Pain. Pain is one reason why people might get into an exercise program, trying to get themselves into a fitter state where they're not in pain, they don't have those aches all the time. Some of the most common points of pain would be, that you hear about are the upper back, neck area, and the lower back. Oftentimes people will rub, massage, try to stretch these areas to get rid of that muscle pain. That can actually exacerbate the issues. And today I want to talk to you about ways that you can try to deal with those muscle aches and pains a little bit better. Oftentimes the problem is actually on the opposite side of the body. And the opposite side of the body is where there are tight, restrictive muscles that are constantly pulling and stretching and lengthening the area of muscles that you're experiencing the pain in. So by trying to stretch those painful muscles, you're just making the problem worse. What we really need to do is address the muscles, typically on the other side of the body, that are actually tight and working harder than they should be. So talking about the upper back, neck area, oftentimes, many of us spend a lot of time hunched over at the computer or hunched over looking down at our phone. And this causes the muscles in the front of the chest, front of the shoulders, upper chest areas to be really tight. And because they're tight and pulling forward and in, it constantly stretches the upper back muscles, the neck muscles, and that's where we tend to feel the aches and pains. So we need to stretch the front upper side of the body here. One way we can do that is by taking I have a lacrosse ball here. You could use a tennis ball or some other somewhat hard, round piece of equipment, and find a post, a wall, something that you can lean against. What you want to do is take the lacrosse ball or whatever tool you have, put it on the wall, and then you'll put the front edge of your body here up against the wall, and you're going to push into it. And you're just going to move that ball, whatever you happen to be using, around this front upper chest area, front of the shoulder area, leaning into it and putting a little bit of pressure on this. And you're likely to find a spot or multiple spots that are really tender when you do this. And the harder you push, the more it's probably going to hurt. You don't want to go to a point where it's very painful for you, but it is going to be a little uncomfortable, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those spots that are a little uncomfortable. Those are those tight knots in your muscles. And all of your muscles have an organ called the Golgi tendon organ, and that senses the pressure within a muscle. And if there's too much pressure for too long of a period of time, this organ tells your muscle to relax. So you want to find one of those tender spots you're leaning into, put as much pressure on it as you can, not to the point of excruciating pain, but it is going to be a little uncomfortable. And you want to hold that for about 30 seconds or so. And if you do that, you should eventually feel your muscle relax, and that pain will dissipate a little bit. And that's you helping your body relax that over-tight muscle. And it should then pull less on the other side of your body, and over time, if you do this and continue to work on this, should lessen the pain, in this case in the back of your upper back and your neck where you're feeling the pain. Another common area that is often complained about is the lower back. And for this, we're usually looking at the front of the hip area where we have tight muscles here. This is from a lot of sitting that many of us do a lot throughout the day. When we're sitting, our legs are bent like this, and these muscles in the front of the leg are constantly in that shortened position, and they learn to just be in that position. So even when we're standing, the muscles here want to be short, and they're pulling on the opposite side of the back, and that's where you get the lower back issues. So what we can do here is get down into a kneeling position on the floor. I have my front leg with my knee bent at about 90 degrees, and then my back leg, knee bent at 90 degrees behind me. If this is a little wobbly for you, you can always find a post, position a chair or a bench here that you can just lightly hold on to help you. But you want to maintain a nice upright torso with a neutral back position. And then you're looking to just a little bit rock forward. And you should feel stretch on the down leg, along the front of the leg and hip area. Squeeze the glute muscles on that side to really help get it. Now, what you don't want to do is rock way forward. When you do that, you typically lose a neutral spine position in your back. Is not what we're going for. You're taking the stretch away from the hip, putting it onto the back areas. So it's not a big movement. It's pretty small here, and squeezing your butt muscle on the side of the down leg will really help you to feel that stretch in the front of the thigh. Looking from the side, again, 90 degree here, and I'm just going to squeeze my butt, push my knee forward again. We do not want to extend a lot like this and have your back round. It's a pretty small movement. You can stay here for about 20 to 30 seconds to stretch out that front, and then you can switch legs and do the other side. And this will help over time lengthen those muscles in the front of the hip and leg and should relieve some of that pressure from your back. These are by no means the only commonly tight muscles in the body. I would highly recommend reaching out to a certified personal trainer such as us here at Elko Barbell. We can help you to identify specifically for your individual what the tighter muscles are and how you can help release that tightness to overall feel better and move better and be healthier. If you have any questions about that or anything else at all about these tight muscles and how we can help reduce those various pain points in our body, let us know. You can reach us at our Elko Barbell Facebook page or by sending us an email at training@elkobarbell.com.